Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pitch Talk. Today, Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool at the end of the season. This is huge, guys. This is a huge, huge moment in the Premier League. Not just for Liverpool fans, but for, I think, fans from around the world, as well as the entire Premier League. Anybody that knows football and is passionate about the game will know that this is a huge loss to the Premier League. It kind of came out of nowhere. Liverpool, I don't think any of the players were expecting it. Jurgen Klopp has never mentioned anything like this before. He's never come out and said he's feeling tired or he can't take it anymore. And this kind of just came out of nowhere. So Jurgen Klopp confirms that he is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. It's not fake news. It's all over Sky Sports as well as Fabrizio Romano. He confirmed it. So it's true. Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool at the end of the season. The ramifications in that are huge, guys. I don't think you guys quite understand what this does to Liverpool as a whole. Now, you take a look at Liverpool and what he's done in his time there. It's phenomenal. I think he will go down in the top three Premier League managers of all time, alongside Sir Alex Ferguson. Is he as good as Ferguson? I don't know. There's a lot of debate on that, but he will definitely go in to the top of all time. I think what he's done at Liverpool is phenomenal, and I know a couple of you have said things like Pep's done it better, but Pep Guardiola has had the financial backing of the owners during his entire time at Manchester City. I always thought that Jurgen Klopp was able to do it as well as Pep, if not better, with call it one arm behind his back in terms of the financial backing. He's never had the real financial backing from the owners, and Jurgen Klopp has had to sell in order to buy. He's managed to do that very well, actually. He's been able to sell players at a very high price and replace them. Coutinho was one of them. We managed to cover the fees of Van Dijk and Alisson. So it's things like that. That sort of business that Jurgen Klopp brings is what makes him unmatched. I thought he's brilliant. Now, Jurgen Klopp has come out and said he is tired. He has given his all to Liverpool. He's a very passionate manager. And yes, it can be very tiring. I agree. But Jurgen Klopp, look at what he did prior last season. He won every title there is to win with Liverpool. He took them from a smack bang mid-table team to challenging for all cups. He won every single cup possible with Liverpool. It was an achievement not many managers can put on their CV. Uh, he went through a very bad spell last season. Liverpool looked dead. They said Jurgen Klopp is done. And there were a lot of Liverpool fans actually saying, time to sack Klopp, which I thought was ridiculous. I always thought that when Jurgen Klopp decides it's time to go, he will leave himself. Liverpool were never going to really sack him, and 90% of the fans would never want that. So Jurgen Klopp has decided it's time to go, and I think it's at such a crazy time because, like I said, last season they were finished. Van Dijk looked like he was done. Trent, Salah, the entire midfield. So what Klopp has done in one transfer window in 1 year, he's rebuilt an entire new midfield of youngsters. So now Liverpool's team average age is ranging at about 26, 27. That's huge because that means more than half the team is in their prime years and can still go so much longer. You look at Trent, you look at Nunez, you look at Diaz, you look at Jota, Connor Bradley, Kelleher. These guys are young and they're so talented. Elliott, Jones. So there's so much potential in the Liverpool team. It's crazy that Klopp would rebuild the team that can challenge for the next 5 to 10 years again for every title and decide to call it a day. I think it's got a lot to do with the financial backing. You look at City, you look at Arsenal, you look at Chelsea, you look at Newcastle. There's a lot of financial backing from the owners, and I think Klopp's looking at it and saying he can't keep going with the same methods of selling and buying. I think looking 5 to 10 years from now, I think that's a very draining thought for Klopp. I think that has a huge part to play in his decision. Having to constantly rebuild, selling and rebuilding when you have to sell in order to buy, it's a very draining process. And Klopp has unfortunately not had certain luxuries like the likes of Newcastle, City, and Chelsea with the huge money. So one of the main reasons I'd like to think of him calling it is that looking for the next 5 years and saying it's tiring. It's tiring to constantly try and compete with teams that have substantial financial backing from the owners, and he has to keep finding ways around it. He's never been given real financial backing, and therefore Klopp has had to do miracles. I think that's a very, very good word to use. He's had to perform miracles on a very average team, and he's done it. It's just, I think it's a very weird time to be doing it halfway through a season when you're challenging for all four cups and your team is at the peak that they've been at for over a year. Um, it's crazy because 5 points at the top of the table, clear, Carabao Cup final, in the FA Cup, and into the knockouts of the Europa League. So why come now? I think it goes beyond the financial backing. I think it goes beyond so much. I think it's more of it could be a political issue where maybe the owners have decided that they want to participate in the Super League and Klopp was against it. Or there could have been a number of reasons why Klopp would have walked on the political side. Finances obviously being a big part of it, but the Super League could have been won. There's so much to think about, but like I said, the ramifications it brings to the Premier League are crazy because now this is a manager that any club in the world will be thinking about, regardless of whether they plan on replacing their manager. Now that Jurgen Klopp is available, anybody's going to come for him. Any single team, every single team will look at Jurgen Klopp. He'll be at the top of the list for all clubs, even countries. I mean, you got the Euros coming, and then you got the World Cup. So Euros as well, nations. The national teams will be looking at Jurgen Klopp and saying he is perfect. So whether Klopp will call it a day and retire wholeheartedly, I don't know. He did say he's tired, so I would like to think he's calling it a day in football, or at least give himself a break for 2-3 years and then come back. But it's big because, like I said, he brings a lot of passion to Liverpool and to the Premier League. It's a huge loss for Liverpool, but there is another manager on the rise, huge, in Xabi Alonso. The entire world is looking at him now and saying what a job he's doing at Leverkusen in the German league. For the first time in how long, a different team is competing with Bayern Munich, and they're actually leading the way. Their football is impeccable, and I thought he's done a brilliant job considering he has average players, and it's his first real managerial experience in a top flight league. So, yeah, a lot of Liverpool fans are saying Xabi Alonso. Uh, they're also, based on emotion, a lot of fans are saying Steven Gerrard still, coming from the Saudi league. I think it's not the right time for Gerrard. I don't think he's found his feet properly as a manager, whereas Xabi Alonso has. He's done a brilliant job, and he could suit Liverpool's style with regards to how they play. But Liverpool, like Xabi Alonso knows, is full of passion. There's a lot of passion behind the supporters, and there's a lot of history. And that's why Klopp prevailed. He has that heavy metal personality and mentality. That is why Jurgen Klopp prevailed at Liverpool. The fist pumps to the crowd after huge wins. That is what Liverpool fans want. That is what they live for, is those moments. The fist pumps, the going crazy on the sidelines with the referee. That is things that hype the team up, hype the fans up, hype the entire club up. So to find somebody to replace Jurgen Klopp will be near impossible. Really and truly near impossible. But in terms of football stature, I think Xabi Alonso has been coached by the best managers in the world during his playing career. So he knows the ins and outs, and he's played for the best clubs in the world. So in terms of experience, he has it in the Premier League, he has it in the Spanish League, and he has it in the German League, obviously playing for 3 clubs between the 3 different leagues. So mentality-wise and experience-wise, Xabi Alonso is a very good fit for it. But to replace Jurgen Klopp, you won't. You will never be able to replace Jurgen Klopp. And it's a sad day for Liverpool supporters the club. And it's not just Klopp walking, it's Pep Linders and the entire backroom staff. That is why it makes me feel like there was political reasons behind this. Because it's one thing your manager leaving, but the manager, the assistants, and the entire backroom staff all walking out together shows me there could potentially have been a fallout with the owners, based on finances, based on the Super League, based on the way VAR and everything has come into the Premier League and is causing so many problems. There's all these theories and political reasons why he could have walked. It could just be why he is tired and the backroom staff are with him wholeheartedly. It could be that. But in terms of all of them walking together, it seems very strange, very surprising that as a collective unit, they're all walking. That's a huge thing for Liverpool because Pep Linders has a huge impact behind the scenes. Jurgen Klopp does it in front of the cameras, but Pep Linders behind the scenes does so much for Liverpool. So it's a huge step forward for Liverpool. Are they going to be able to compete with the likes of Newcastle with the money, City with the money, Chelsea with the money? United are going to slowly start coming back. And then we haven't even talked about really Arsenal or Spurs. So going forward, Liverpool have the talent, they have the youngsters, but if they don't have real leadership, they're going to struggle. So I don't know, guys. This is it. Jurgen Klopp's leaving Liverpool end of the season. All four cups still up for grabs. And a part of me believes that Liverpool are going to go for all four now for Jurgen Klopp. Start building the statue for him. I think he deserves it. I think he's been our most influential person in the last 7 years. And we're going to miss him. That's the truth. Guys, let me know what you think. Who's replacing Klopp at Liverpool? Is it Xabi Alonso? Is Steven Gerrard coming back? Are they going to look at Jose Mourinho? What's the plans going forward? Guys, like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll check you guys soon.